my own music real quick. I did a lot. I used Sono. Let's go with this one.
Golden morning smells so sweet. A plate of heaven can't be beat. Butter melts, a quiet stream. Stacked so high they almost lean. Syrup rivers in between. Waffles, waffles, endless skies. Every topping, every try. Berry mountains, whipped cream clouds. Waffles, waffles, say it loud. Crunchy edges, soft inside. Maple kisses, joy won't hide. Chocolate chips, they take the ride. Banana slices, powdered snow, a masterpiece with every throw. Waffles, waffles, endless skies. Waffles, waffles, endless skies. Every topping, every try. Berry mountains, whipped cream clouds. Waffles, waffles, say it loud. Waffles, waffles, endless skies. Every topping, every try. Berry mountains, whipped cream clouds. Waffles, waffles, say it loud.
In the quiet, stars will glow. Through the fire, love will grow. Ashes fall, but still I see every spark a memory. Through the shadows, through the pain, light returns with gentle rain. Hands held close, hearts intertwined. Even in darkness, hope we find. Hold me closer, don't let go. Through the flames, the flowers grow. Even if the night is long, we'll survive, our hearts are strong. Every ember tells a tale. Every bloom survives the gale. Through the sorrow, through the storm, we will find our hearts are warm. Hold me closer, don't let go. Through the flames, the flowers grow. Even if the night is long, we'll survive, our hearts are strong. Hold me closer, don't let go. Through the flames, the flowers grow. Even if the night is long, we'll survive, our hearts are strong. Ashes drift, but life remains. Through the fire we are sustained. Blossoms bloom where sparks once fell. In our hearts the stories dwell. In the quiet, stars will glow. Through the fire, love will grow. Ashes still I see every spark a memory. Through the shadows, through the pain, light returns with gentle rain. Hands held close, hearts still like swanged. Even in darkness, hope we find. Through the shadows, through the pain, light returns with gentle rain. Hands held close, hearts intertwined. Even in darkness, hope we find. Hold me closer, don't let go. Through the flames, the flowers.静かに散る白き夢、静かに散る白き夢。凍える空が泣いている、指先で触れた光はあなたの影遠くなる、あなたの影遠くなる。風が呼ぶ名前を雪が包む、祈りの花守りたいと願うほど。私の息は白く消える、私の息はなる、私の息は白く消える。過ぎし日々の微笑みが胸の奥でまだ揺れる。届かぬ想い凍りつき、雪の中で眠りたい。さよならも言えぬまま降り積もる縁の夜揺れる。いたつく花が咲く時にあなたを思い消えてゆく。風が呼ぶ名前を雪が包む、祈りの花守りたいと願うほど。私の息は白く消える、私の息は微笑みがある。あなたの笑顔は守るため、私は敵になる。過ぎし日々の微笑みが胸の奥でまだ揺れる。届かぬ想い凍りつき、雪の中で眠りたい。過ぎし日々の微笑みが胸の奥でまだ揺れる。届かぬ想い凍りつき、雪の中で眠りたい。さよならも言えぬまま降り積もる縁の夜。凍てつく花が咲く時にあなたを思い消えてゆく。どうか忘れないで、時が語るならきっと雪と私はここにいる時に、ささやく風の中で赤く染まるこの世界で。赤く染まるならきっと私はここにいると。ささやく風の中で赤く染まるこの世界で。赤く染まるこの世界で。最後の息を花に変える。Dream of white is falling slow. The frozen sky begins to weep. Your fading voice I reach to hold, but slips away into the deep. The wind still calls my name tonight. The snow enfolds a prayer The more I wish to guard you, so the faster I fade into the cold. The smile you left still warms my chest. Through endless nights it softly burns. Unspoken words now turn to frost. I long to sleep and not return. Without a word I disappear beneath the weight of endless years. When frozen flowers start to bloom, I'll think of you within the blue. Please don't you dare forget my name. If snow could speak, it'd say the same. I'm still right here, I never left. A whisper caught in winter's breath. The cold. Where silence grows, my final breath becomes a rose. To guard your smile, I give my flame and melt into the snow again. When frozen flowers start to bloom, my final breath becomes a rose. To guard your smile, I give my flame and melt into the snow again. A dream of white is falling slow. The frozen sky begins to weep. Your fading voice I reach to hold, but slips away into the deep. The wind still calls my name tonight. The snow enfolds a prayer of light. The more I wish to guard your soul, the faster I fade into the cold. The smile you left still warms my chest. Through endless nights I stand alone in the quiet night. 冷たい風が心を裂く。思い出の声は遠く。指先に触れられないぬくもり。不穏だけな touch lingers still。涙は星へと変わる。My tears turn into distant stars. 君が消えた夜に溶けてゆく。Melting into the light where you vanish. If I could hold you just one last time, I'd never let go though the world fades. 闇沈む君の微笑み。Your smile sinks into the darkness, even as my heart breaks endlessly. 光と影が交わる場所で。光と影が交わる Where light and shadow meet 君の影だけが残る Only your shadow remains 凍った記憶に手を伸ばす届かぬ声に祈りを重ねる Lay your prayers upon a voice I cannot reach 夢の中でまた会えるなら If we can meet again in dreams 壊れた心を抱きしめたい I hold the broken hearts together If love must fade into endless night I'll chase your light beyond the stars 上に届かぬそのぬくもりThe warmth I can never reach Yet still I whisper your name in silence 雪のように降る涙は Tears falling like snow 君の記憶を包み込む Wrap around your memory もう一度だけ笑って Just once more smile for me 消えゆく光の中で The fading light I'll keep you close inside my soul この胸の奥にドアを刻む Etching eternity within my heart 君はもういないけれど You are gone Yet I will love you always光と影が交わる場所で光と影が交わる Where light and shadow meet 君の影だけが残る Only your shadow remains 凍った記憶に手を伸ばす Reach out to frozen memories 届かぬ声に祈りを重ねる Like if you broke the voice I cannot reach 雪のように降る涙
Ash and salt, the tide ran red. The sea took all but left my dread. Names I whisper to the waves, they answer back the storm you crave. A ghost of flame on ocean's tomb. My heart beats loud in thunder's gloom. The wind still carries what remains of laughter lost and broken chains. Raise the dead winds, call my pain. The storms still remember my name. Fire and fury, heart unchained. I'll tear the sea to find who's to blame. the thunder I claim. Your blade still burns in the heart of my flame. Fairy wings torn, but the will still flies. The ocean roars and never Praise the dead winds, calm my pain. The storm still remember my name. Fairy's wrath, pirate's bane. Let the howling Hades drown in my passion sold the seas my grave. But even the waves still whisper my name. But even the waves still whisper my name.
어느새 지금이 히토리 I stand alone in the quiet night.冷たい風が心を裂く It's like tears through my heart. 思い出の声は遠く Memories drift so far. 指先に触れられないぬくもり The warmth I cannot touch lingers still. 涙は星へと変わる My tears.
Alright. Give me a moment, I will switch gears. I'm doing something real quick. I'm finishing up. Alright. Give me a moment, I will switch gears. I'm doing something real quick. I'm finishing up. Alright, switching gears, switching gears. Google? Where could you be? There you are. Alright, we're gonna start the second playthrough. Okay. Setting. Yeah, I gotta start from the beginning because I didn't save. It arrives one warm August evening after you come back from a quick grocery run. The sun is just setting, turning everything inside the room ablaze. It's why your eyes are drawn to it. The golden envelope shines under the light coming through the window, almost blinding you with its glow. You set your groceries down on the kitchen countertop before approaching the envelope, pondering its mysterious arrival. Had you bought it in this morning and forgotten about it? But how could you have missed it? It is too eye-catching. The envelope is gold, with the letter M imprinted into the heavy wax seal. Sam? Gillian? You call out to your roommates. You call out to your two roommates, but they're not here. They must still be out at the movies for their date. Perhaps one of them saw the mail, late delivery of the day, and took it in. The front of the letter contains your name and address of where it came from. Romania? Who could be sending you mail from Romania? You crack open the pretty seal. A bit of pity you have to, but your curiosity wins out. Inside there seems to be an acceptance letter and a brochure. The acceptance letter is printed on a heavy and expensive paper, scented with something floral. You can't place the scent, but it makes your eyes flutter closed momentarily. It feels familiar, almost like home. You don't know why it feels like that, but you open your eyes and push aside the thought of as you skim the letter. Miranda's all-girl university would like to quarterly invite you to be an incoming freshman in our school. Your eyes open as you take in the contents of the letter and their implication. The school wants to offer you not only a position in their international students program, but also a fully paid scholarship. This has to be a dream. What school would do that? You ain't even a traditional freshman. You had graduated high school and decided to take a gap years before going to college. You had wanted to travel the world, make some money, and take a break from education. Once you had felt ready to go back to learning, you had sent out applications to schools, but none had offered you a good package. So why is this university offering you so much? How do they know about you? You open the brochure and analyze the photos there. Pictures of smiling students, scenic spots of the campus grounds, bustling clubs and job fairs, campus exclusive events line the pages. The programs and the course offered all seem so enticing as well. The school seems real. And if this offers too, then you'd be a fool to reject free education. The scent of the letter waves up to your nose again, and you held deeply, feeling the nostalgic. That's something. What does it mean? Whatever it does, you know you'll find it at the university. Time to pack my bags. I'm going to Romania. One long flight later, a few hours with the campus administration, and here you are, a newly indoctrinated student of Moreno's all-girls university. You came here on a whim, but the college is real. The beautiful and idyllic, I'm pretty sure I said it wrong, campus is full of students going about their day. Even though classes start next week, already so many people are here, you're filled with excitement at starting this new path of your life. This is the start of the college life you always wanted. The other question is, where should you focus your energy? Do you dare try your hand, body, and soul on creative pursuits? Do you forego your studies in favor of having fun, unforgettable experiences, making friends? Or do you want to give up your sleep and possibility, your sanity, and staying for perfect grades? Alright, this is where I'm going to save. So I don't... Let's go with art major. The art major. The majority of the students on this campus are enticed by this major. Some might even go as far as to call it lifeblood of the university, but not all can handle it. Do you think that you can succeed where countless others have failed before? If you're up for the enormous task, just remember that the art demands blood, sweat, and sacrifice. And if you can't give your killer performance, it might be your last. I'm happy. If you decide you're going to be an art major, how that works out is entirely reliant on you and the choices you make. With your basic and industry classes picked out, you need one more class to finalize your schedule. I had to choose an elective credit this semester. Which one should I do? Option 1, Women in Art. That sounds informational. But I heard the professor's really tough. Option 2, Theater. I used to act all the time in high school, but will I have time to dedicate myself to a full stage production here? I already did the arts with Alcina's route. Hold on, give me a moment. I am reading something. So I just got a message. What's red? Okay. Okay. Drinking some soda. Drinking some soda. Theater it is. Life is but a play. Drama Queen, Act 1, Scene 1. After your earlier classes of the day are complete, you head across campus to find theater. When you get to the building, your jaws drop open. The building looks like something straight out of the book on royalty. It stands tall with a domed ceiling. The columns that support the arcs are decorated with leaf and vine designs. There is a grand stone path that leads up to a massive doors and small water fountain in the front that gurgles quietly. The inside is even more impressive. With a plush red carpeting and velvet red walls, the interior reminds you of a Braquad vampire's house. Ornate lanterns serve as lights, their dim glow making the place feel almost eternal. Students mill around the area, searching for their classes. Some are similarly as entranced as you by this building, with those who have been here for years simply walk past, not sparing a second glance at the expensive oil portraits hanging on the walls. Oh, excuse me. The place is expensive, and you get lost trying to find your elective class. The class is being held in the auditorium. When you finally found, you push open the heavy wooden doors. Light filters through, and you stand at the top, looking down upon rows and rows of red seats. Students have filled the seats at the bottom, so you scurry down, gaping at the stage. It is massive, but empty for now. You wonder what the production will take the place here this year. And a spark of youthful excitement hits you. High school, you would have loved to have acted on a stage like this. Instead, your school had performed entire shows with a budget of $250 on stage, not much bigger than the length of the school bus. The stage was an entire country in comparison. You squeeze your way to the front row and sets through the theater orientation. Excitement makes you want to tap your feet against the floor. Now you're really jazzed about being part of the team. The way your professor speaks on the subject with such passion makes it even more exciting to be here. There are so many students in this class, so many options on how you can help out. Whew. Oh, sorry, Kitty. I didn't know you were right behind me. Should you do... Option 1, should you do tech crew? Option B, should you work as an usher during shows? Option C, should you try out for the main cast of the smaller production? You know what? Go big or go home. Since I acted before, why not take the stage again? Sounds like it'd be a lot of work, but that will also be a lot of fun. Out of class, you decide to clear out the room and go find the bathroom. The theater is not that old, yet it reminds you of those ancient places prone to be haunted by ghosts. Something creaks behind you, and you turn to see a black shadow walking quietly past. Option B. Option 1. You decide to ignore that mysterious shadow, pretending like nothing happened. Has happened. Option B. You decide to leave the theater. You definitely don't believe in ghosts. Ha ha ha. But it's much safer to not be in the same building as something that could be a ghost. You're sure it's too you're sure it's not too late to transfer out of this class. I am no pussy. You rush to the bathroom. When you're done, you head out or try to, but get lost in the confusing labyrinth of the backstage. That is, when you hear arguing voices. Worried that someone might get hurt, you hurry over to help. A door with a symbol of a star on it is partially open. You spot the name Cassandra Demetresu on the glittering shape. The name rings a bell, but you can't remember why right now. Ugh, I cannot read cursive. I cannot read cursive. We quit, Cassandra. We can't deal with you anymore. What do you mean you quit? You can't just all drop out. Auditions are coming up for the production, and you all need to try out for them. Ugh, that's exactly why we don't want to do this. You're really bossing us around, telling us that we have to try out for the main production. What if we want to do smaller shows? You might have may run this theater, but that doesn't mean you own us. We're dropping out of the acting troupe, and you can't stop us. Have fun running your production now with no one joining. They storm out of the room, and you duck behind a conveniently placed column to hide from them. Okay, this is funny. When they are gone, you peer out. That sounded very bad. Without a cast, how would the main show go on? Now you remember who Cassandra is, the daughter of Professor Alcina, who happens to fund the theaters and its shows. It's because of Alcina that Cassandra gets to pick and choose actors from the theater major to stage the productions. Every semester there's a big hubbub about it. You haven't seen one yet since you're new here, but you heard that the productions are the next level. And Cassandra's high position isn't unwarranted. Her performances are simply stunning. However, she can be quite a diva, so to say. You hear soft sobs come from inside the room and decide to intervene if it's none of your business. You find Cassandra sitting at her vanity, biting her bottom lip, trying not to sob loudly. Are you okay? Who are you? She quickly wipes at the tears with the back of her sleeve and tries to school her features into more neutral ones. I'm a new student in general theater class. I kind of heard what happened, and I'm sorry. I didn't mean to eavesdrop. I just thought someone was getting hurt, and I came to help, and you're Emily now, and you stopped yourself. You shouldn't be listening in like that. I got lost. I thought you might need some help, but it seems I wasn't able to do much. If it helps, I'm sorry for what happened. They shouldn't have done that. What can you help me with? The crew quit on me, and if they won't audition for the show, then how would I run the main production? Cassandra angrily wipes at the few stray tears that escape her eyes. Can you get other people to do it? They're all decent actors. Where will I find more on such short notice? She put her head in her hands. This is a disaster. I will be the laughing stock. I'll never be able to act again. Every theater and studio in the world will hear of this, and I won't ever be able to show my face to producers and show directors ever again. She's being overdramatic. The situation is not that bad. She just needs some motivation to get through this. It wouldn't do good. It wouldn't do good to give up now. One time, the cast in my high school came down with the flu. We only have half the cast to open the show up. So we all decided we play 2 roles instead of just 1. Since we all been to rehearsals a bunch of times, we ended up having more fun with it that way, and everyone loved it. A smaller cast, huh? Maybe I could do something like that. Something similar to the play 39 Steps, where all roles are fulfilled by 6 actors. She stands up, revitalized. Revitalized and full of energy. I was kind of right. This can and will work. She places a hand to her chest, shoulders held back, and head held high. That's the spirit. She's full of energy. The momentum of it is sweeping you up too. What shows are you running? Romeo and Juliet. I love that play. I did it in high school once. Perfect. Then you know what kind of vim we need to go this. Perfect. Then you know what kind of vim we need to get this show on the road. You want me to help? Sure. Why not? She turned her dazzling smile on you, and you're reminded of why so many people are stunned by her acting. She's beautiful and charming and persuasive and oh, wow. You'd think you might have a bit of crush on her already. Sure, I can help. Helping to run the entire production wasn't exactly what you had in mind when you joined, but if Cassandra wants you on her team, how can you say no? Excellent, here's my phone number. She gives you her phone number, and you put it into your phone. I had to run through the play and see if we can condense the roles of the actors into 2 to 3 roles. Then I want us to meet tomorrow at the cafe. We brainstorm and move from there to start advertising that we need new actors. There are plenty of students in the theater major. If the ones that I gifted the opportunity to work on such high quality production don't want to take it anymore, then I just give other people rooms to be stars. She tosses her hair over her shoulder, before posing confidently with her hands on her hips. Then she gives you a wink and a smile. So don't be late on our meeting tomorrow, star. Sure. You stutter out. Her wink and smile combining with her calling you a star makes your stomach flip pleasantly. You bid her goodbye and walk out of the building back to your dorm. Feeling like this wasn't real, you have the number of one of the most popular students on the campus. You inhale deeply, clenching your phone so hard in your hand you're afraid it might break, and exhale as calmly as you can. When that doesn't work, you let out a cheesy grin split out on your face, let your legs race through the campus. Doing a little skaz, you barely find from shouting out, I have Cassandra Dimitriou's phone number. You know, I was kind of hoping that... Romeo, Romeo, where art thou, Romeo? The cafe is surprisingly empty at this hour. Or maybe not so surprisingly, considering Cassandra has asked you to meet at 4 a.m. before it even opened. The two of you sit outside in the light of dawn that is about to arrive. You're groggily eyed, and you fail to stiff a yawn as you sit huddled in your hoodie. It's a bit chilly at this time, but Cassandra barely seems to notice. She's dressed lightly for this weather, a mug of steaming hot coffee next to her. There are papers spread out in front of her, along with a stack of books. You notice they seem to be a mix of literature and law books. Good morning. Good morning. A performatory greeting. She does not lift her head to look at you. She is engrossed in something she is reading, nibbling on the crook of her finger as she does so. Is that from stress, or from concentration, or from the caffeine? You notice that there is an alarming amount of takeout coffee at her feet. All empty styrofoam. So what are we doing today? And why are we meeting so early? Cassandra looks up at you. She looks at you. Oh god. Cassandra looks up at you at this. She blinks owlishly? Early? You called me half an hour ago, told me to get here as soon as possible, and I did. And I've been sitting here for 10 minutes now. You tore off awkwardly, sounded a bit muffed that she made you get up this early. You're tired. And your previous enthusiasm for the project has died down with how early it is. Cassandra dives for the phone lying next to her to a half-eaten bagel. She reads the time on her phone. Oh, I forgot people actually sleep. How do you forget that, Missy? She gives a small laugh to herself. Sorry, I lost track of time. There's so much to do. Let's get started then. She moves some books around, reshuffles her papers. Are you studying law? I thought you were a theater major. I'm actually majoring in both pre-law and theater. Oh wow, I can't imagine how much work both are. It's not that bad, I just don't sleep often. But who needs sleep anyways when there's so much to do? I like to sleep, please and thank you. She waves a dismissive hand before you can question the sanity of that statement. I looked for the script, and I think we can condense the roles to 10 to maybe 12 actors. Romeo and Juliet have to be their own, of course, so we need to separate actors from them. Do you have any people in mind? I was going to send out an email to the department to ask about it. Obviously, I shall take the role of Juliet. I wouldn't trust anyone else to play her. She squints her eyes thoughtfully at you. Have you acted before? Yes, in high school. I mentioned previously that we did Romeo and Juliet. I also acted in... Cassandra cuts you off, excited. Excellent, you could be in the show too. You gulp at this. Getting into acting and production for Cassandra, that is certainly a big deal. What role did you play? I was cast as Romeo. Cassandra puts her hand to her chin and looks you over. I can certainly see why. You got the handsome looks. You feel slightly warm at her compliments. Before you can thank her for them, she shoves some papers at you. I want you to read some of his lines for me. Now? Yes. You're not ready to be put on the spot like this, but you have to do this. You close your eyes, take a deep breath, and reach down into the part of you that becomes someone else. You remember what it felt like to be Romeo, to be desperately in love with someone, that painful longing, that slight magical dream, and scheming to get what you want. That attachment to anyone or anything else that was not Juliet. Juliet is your world. Sound fades away, and your senses narrow until only you and Cassandra remain on this entire campus. When you open your eyes, there might be something different in them, because Cassandra's brows go up. You rise up from your seat and come to stand by her, taking her hands in yours. You don't need the sheet. Romeo and Juliet have been your senior. You don't need the sheet. Romeo and Juliet has been your senior year show. It's so fresh in your mind after all this time. She speaks again. Oh, speak again, bright angel, for thou art as glorious to this night. Be o'er my head as his winged messenger of heaven. Untold the white upturned wondrous eyes of the mortals that fall back to gaze on him. I will say this, I have never taken theater class, so me trying to speak this, it's gonna be shit. when he bestrides the lazy pacing clouds until upon the bosom of the air. You finish and look for Cassandra's reaction. She recovers from her slight awe and stands up, clapping her hands in yours. Her eyes shine bright. Well, what do you know? Your acting is much better than I thought it would be. Not as good as mine, of course, but no one can be as good as me. There's some things to work on. I train you naturally, so you can be much, much better. But I can work with this, and soon we'll have a show on the road. You want me to be Romeo? You're a bit overwhelmed by this. Yes. She nods her head sagely. There's something that you brought to his character that I haven't seen in other versions before. I think we can capitalize on this. Capitalize. I hate English. Oh, I was right. I think we can capitalize on this and make a re-edition of Romeo and Juliet that is different than most versions. When I say it's a production, it's not mere re-regulated work. It is art, re-imaged and reinterpreted to tell something the story has never told before. You nod your head confused. Uh-huh. Hey, what are you attacking over here? Leave my bookmark alone, you bitch! Uh-huh. Wait, Luna? Where'd you go, Luna? Luna! Hold on, I just lost the cat. Never mind, she was behind me this entire time. Cassandra, excited, rambling, continues. Perhaps this version could be one of the one-sided love? Where Romeo is obsessed with Juliet, and she does like him back, but doesn't realize the depth of his deprived feelings, and is forced to falsely poison herself to escape him, but actually ends up accidentally poisoning herself because it was too high of a dosage? And Romeo, seeing her prone form, poison himself to join her. Wow. Ugh. Your head is reeling at this. That is certainly one way to interpret the play. But perhaps we can make it that Juliet is the one who does love him vertly, so that she poisoned herself and him, so that if she cannot have him in life, she can be with him in death. She speaks so quickly it is hard to listen to her. Cassandra pauses herself here. Those are a bit depressive. Maybe a happier version would set better with the audience? But they're coming to see something already lauded as a romantic tragedy, so a happy ending might actually make the audience dislike the product. You extract your hands from her tight hold. Alright, I'll let you brainstorm those ideas on your own. Just let me know when you need me. Cassandra jolts as she came back to the present. Sorry, I'm speaking nonsense again, ain't I? I just love acting, so I tend to get overzealous with it. A lot of people are thrown off by it. I hope I haven't alienated you with it. She looks insecure here. You're reminded how the entire cast left her because she was dramatic and too demanding of them. You shake your head. I'm fine. I find it enduring. The comment seems to generally make her happy. She ran a hand through your hair to your cheek, cupping it momentarily. You're such a darling. You can feel your cheeks heat up with the urge to blush, but thankfully, she removes her hand before they can betray you. Cafe door behind you opens, and they finally open for business. And uh, the sound of it makes Cassandra head whip to it, like an animal on a hunt. Coffee! She exclaims, and bouncing on her feet. I'm gonna get some. Come in with me? Sure. The two of you walk into the shop. It is nicely decorated inside and has food and drinks menus hung up on the wall. Cassandra walks up to the barista with a smile. I have the usual. She then steps aside and turns to you. Pick a snack and coffee on me. It's the least I can do it as a thanks for you come. Oh my god. Hold on, I gotta drink. Oh, I missed the trash can. Oh, well, goodbye, battery. Alright. Pick a snack and coffee on me. It's the least I can do as a thanks for coming to speak with me. You approach the barista. I'm pretty sure that's not how you say it, but it's okay. Elena. I used to be able to say this name, but yeah, Elena looks at the menu. She gives you and Cassandra a knowing look. Walk of shame? Excuse me? Walk of shame? What is that? You look to Cassandra for help, but she's on her phone, typing furiously. You look back at the barista, leaning in closer, talking in a whisper. Just one advice, don't expect anything else. What? This is just making me more confused. What is going on? I get girls in here all the time. Cassandra brings them over after a night in, treats them to breakfast, and then that's it. The girls think they can get to be more than just a one-night stand to her, but it only ends up with them having a heartbreak. Don't make the same mistake. She's a huge flirt. Don't expect her to settle down. Your head is reeling at this. You had no idea Cassandra has this sort of reputation. It's not like you were planning on dating her or anything. You're barely friends at this point. Before you can think of a response to Elena, Cassandra swoops in, putting an arm around your shoulder. Talking ill of me again? She doesn't seem to be She doesn't seem to be the least bit offended. Instead, affects a mock pout. I thought we were friends. Just trying to prevent another incident like last time. Don't worry. She gives you a squeeze and looks at you. We're only working as work partners on a massive project. Nothing's going to happen between us. Elaine does not look convinced. Uh-huh. Elaine turns to you. You let me know if she misbehaves or breaks that promise. I'll take away her caffeine SS. Cassandra gasps loudly at this. You wouldn't dare. As they continue to bicker like only friends can, you look at the menu. What should you choose? Where? Coming right up. You wait patiently for the food and drinks to arrive. When it does, Cassandra pays for it with what you know is to be a black card. Wow, how much money does she have? Well, if her mother can afford to fund the theater, they must come from a family with money. Thank you for buying me food and coffee. It's not a big deal, really. I have to go back to my apartment, but I see you soon, okay? She bids you goodbye, and you catch Elaine's watching you with a raised eyebrow. All eyes on me. Act 1, Scene 3. A week flies by before you even know it. Cassandra hasn't texted you since the cafe, and you're worried that something might be wrong. Several times you hesitantly hover your finger over her phone number to check in on her, but you never go through with it. Then, week Then on week 2 of radio silence, she finally texts you. Story chat with Cassandra. Good news! I made an announcement that we're looking for actors. Auditions are going to be next week, and I want you there to help me determine who's joining the cast. You immediately type a response back. Are you sure you want me to help? I'm not a theater major like you. I often found that sometimes people who are far removed from the topic can offer a refreshing perspective on things. That said, of course, I will make the final decision. Also, sorry about the caps lock. I'm excited. Okay, let me know what time the auditions will be at, and I can be there. Cassandra's enthusiasm is infectious, even through the phone. You feel a small spark in your chest grow. Your roommates notice your reaction and are naturally curious about it. What got you smiling? You see both her and Danielle looking over at you, waiting for your answer. You haven't realized it, but you have a wide grin on your face right now. You put your phone away. A project I'm working on with a friend is finally underway. What project? And what friend? Spilled the deets. She sits up from her house. Breathe. Slow down, Brian. She sets up from how she'd been lounging on the chair, pretending to do her work at her desk. The main stage's a projection of Romeo and Juliet. You have an idea. Why don't you try out for it? And she shakes her head. Yeah, my schedule's pretty booked all the time. She casually flips to her pink binder where drinking is scribed across the week in bold letters. Yep. Busy with important stuff. Do you want to join me with my week schedule? I'm always happy to go with someone. And you need to get out of the room. You need to get out of our room more. Oh, you know what? Nope. It's just gonna bite me in the ass. It's probably gonna bite me in the ass. Oh boy. Alright. You know what? Doing it? Sure, I'd love to come with you sometime. Great, you won't regret it. I pass on auditioning too. You'll be working with Cassandra, and I know how my sister gets during her projection season. How did you know I was working with Cass? Wait. What? Your eyes go wide. Cassandra Dimitrescu is your sister? Danielle tips her head. Gives you a look as if this should be obvious. Duh. You're Danielle Dimitrescu? Danielle laughs. Yep, that's me. You gave Danielle a good look over. She's laid back and so chill that it seems impossible for her to be related to Cassandra, who is ball of energy about to explode at any moment. And then I have one more sister named Bella, who's on the student council. And now you're curious what Bella is like, and about the student council. I'll be rooting for you to get this show on the road. Cassandra can be a handful and very demanding, so don't take it personally if she gets standoffish. Sometimes she needs a good smack on the head to defeat her ego and get her back down to earth. Danielle laughed at this. She speaks with affection, so you know she's not entirely serious. Danielle gets up. I almost forgot. I have to meet up with some friends. We're gonna go skateboarding. Angie, you wanna come? Ugh, I don't like your friends. They're so rowdy. Danielle turns to you. Do you wanna come? I'll text you, and we can set up a time. Danielle leaves after grabbing her skateboard. You take your book bag and go to the library to do some work before class. Another week passes, and it is time for auditions. Cassandra calls you so you can meet up to start them. You can see the lines of waiting people going out the door. Seems like this is going to be a long evening. The line outside looks crazy. How are we going to manage to seeing everyone? Cassandra passed a giant Gatorade container she has filled. I brought a lot of coffee to get us through this. She smiles and turns to look at the stage, almost seemingly to speak proudly to herself. Despite them leaving and trying to scare people away from me, I still have such a I still have such a huge turnout. You overheard her saying this, but decided not to comment further on it. You take your seat, and Cassandra has the first person coming into the room. 5 hours later. Frazzled and feeling like your soul has been drained out through your eyes, you sit at the table like a limp piece of lettuce. Cassandra has not lost her pep one bit. In fact, she looks refreshed by the process, or maybe it's a half-gallon coffee she consumed. That amount of coffee is not good. We saw a lot of students with potential today. Who do you think should join the cast? I think Cinder, Jasmine, and I think Avery. MJ. I don't remember any of these guys. I don't even think I even seen them in this. Hold on. Those are all great choices. Now the cast is finally coming together. What now? What step do we take next? Now, all that remains is decide who are going to play. Now, all that remains is decide who is going to play as who. You can leave that to me. What the two of us can do together next is gonna get our costumes ready. Since I know for certain I'm playing as Juliet, you're going to be my Romeo. We can head over to the theater costume department and get it outfitted. The way she calls you my Romeo makes your stomach flip pleasantly. You know she doesn't mean anything by it, but it makes you feel special. You follow her as she leads the way down to the hallway, down several flights of stairs to the costume department. Opening the door to the room reveals a room covered in fabrics, piles of layers. The tables are heaped upon the sides, coats and dresses hanging haphazardly on their hangers. And is that a bra hanging from the ceiling light? Gazelle, we're here. The room is empty, and suddenly when the pile of clothing starts to shake, a person erupts from it with a loud yawn. A small girl with curly hair and a pair of glasses on her nose, another pair stuffed in the front of her overalls, emerges. What is it? Don't be obtuse. I only ever down here for one thing, and that is clothing. Gazelle gives Cassandra a look. I would beg to differ. The amount of times I caught you down here, very much during the opposite of wearing clothes with your friends. Cassandra loudly interjects with a bit of unease. Anyways, can you do measurements for us? We need our outfits to be utmost quality. Is this the Romeo and Juliet play you won't shut up about? Yes! It's going to be the production of the year. Gazelle looks unimpressed. You say that about every production. Am I wrong? Gazelle biologically concedes. No. So let's get to it. Cassandra claps her hand together. You and Cassandra spend about an hour down there, allowing Gazelle to do her work. Tongues stick out while she intensely focuses. She uses her measuring tape to take measurements of everything from the length of your arms to the space between your legs. Cassandra can see you're being overrun by all this. She shoots you a wink and a smile and informs you Gazelle is a professional and does stellar work with outfits. After Gazelle's done measuring, she stands and ponders you, hand on chin. For so long, you begin to feel like you have offended her. Then she turns to stare at Cassandra. Cassandra is not bothered by this. She even playfully strikes a few silly poses towards Gazelle. Deep look of concentration. I have the outfits done in a few weeks. Perfect, thank you, Gazelle. See you then. Two of you bid Gazelle goodbye. As you're leaving the room, you spot Gazelle diving back into her pile of fabrics, mumbling to herself as she looks for something. I know today has been a long day. You can head back to the dorms. I'm going to stay up and work on the cast and the script. The two of us needs to run some lines together. You're a good Romeo, but you could be even better. Sure. You know Cassandra is intense about acting, so you're not surprised to hear she wants you to practice already. I'll text you when and where. Awesome. I love your enthusiasm. I wish more people could be like you. Running through my mind. Act 2, Scene 1. From the top. Eternally grown. Again? You just finished your lines a second ago. The two of you have been reading lines for the past 3 hours. You're reading for Romeo, while Cassandra reads for the other characters and all the scenes in order to help you fall into your role better. You're feeling a bit tired and thirsty. Your voice is starting to go hoarse. You guessed that Cassandra would be intense, but even this is more than you expected. She has not lost any of her energy, and she's still going strong since the morning. Alright, let's get this show on the road. I knew I could count on you to help get the show up and running. In love? Out of love? Out of her favor, where I am in love. Alas, the love so gentle, and his view should be tireless and rough in the proof. Which line should you rank? If you don't know, yeah. What was it? Also, the love so gentle and his should be rough. Alas, the love whose such as a muscle still shouldn't with. Okay. Where shall we dine? Oh my, Where shall we dine? Oh me, what phrase was here? Yet tell me not, for I have heard it all. Here's much to do with hate, but more with love. Why then, oh brawling love, oh loving hate. Oh anything of nothing first create. Oh heavy lightness, serious vanity. A shape and chaos of well-seamed forms, feathers of lead, bright smoke, cold fire, sick health. Still, waking slave, that is not what it is. This love feels I, that feels no love in this. Dost thou not laugh? No, cause I'd rather weep. No, cause I'd rather leap. There's a knock on Cassandra's door. She pauses and puts her skirts down, quickly smoothing down the wrinkle on her shirt. Though there are none, pushing a strand of hair back into place. Is she expecting someone? Who is getting ready for this way? Ah, oh, are you getting jealous? But you don't own a monopoly on her time, nor her friendship. You try to push those ugly feelings away, yet you still hold your breath when she opened the door. Hello. Ah, why do these guys look like Powerpuff Girls? There are three women sitting outside her door. You recognize two of them from the auditions. Are they here to talk about the play with Cassandra? Oh my god, Cassandra. Oh wait, now oh my god. OMG, Cassandra. Ugh, cringe. She squeals in high pitch that makes your ears hurt. Cassandra must have ears of steel, for she does not even wince despite the close range. We're so excited to be working on this play with you. Totally excited. She nods her head. We're ready to dedicate our bodies to long hours of rehearsal. They're all named Rebecca? She bats her eyes. Why does her tone sound so salacious? You don't like it. You don't like that. Just say the word and we're at your every beck and call. Ugh. She leans forward, coyly wrapping a strand of hair around her finger. I'm so happy to be working with you on this. I heard about your production, and this is such a great opportunity to help catapult us into stardom by your side. I'm glad you're all excited for this. I will let everyone know through email what the next steps will be. Cassandra seems unfazed by this behavior. She's probably used to dealing with people who only care about the fame her name brings. You can just text us. Here are our numbers. She hands over the slip of paper with their numbers on it. Cassandra takes it without looking and places the paper into her pocket. Thank you. Looking forward to my emails. I have to get back to reading lines now. Cassandra pointedly stressed the word emails. It seems to go right over the fans' heads. Practicing already? Wow, you really are intense when it comes to theater. You must be intense in other ways too. Oh, bitch. Get the fuck out of here. Go to the horny jail. She gives a wistful sigh. That I am. And of course you dig it. Of course you dig it, you bitch. The three girls all giggle. You can feel unease sitting heavily in your stomach. At least one of them is hitting on Cassandra. Right in front of you. You know Cassandra has a reputation for being flirty, but seeing it happen in real time hits differently. Now, if you excuse me, I had to finish up with Romeo. Who's Romeo for this play? The three of them crane their necks and notice you. You don't miss the flash of scorn on one of their faces. You look at your fingers in an awkward greeting. Hello. I don't know you like I know everyone. Why some unnamed freshly playing Romeo? You can do better, Cassandra. That set your teeth on edge. Who does this woman think she is to behave so rudely to you? I guess that Cassandra who arched a brow at them, and they quickly shake their heads no. Sorry, Cassandra. We weren't trying to insult you or anything. Anyways, we should get going for now. We have class soon. They all wave goodbye, and Cassandra closes the door on them. She turns to oh my god, English. They all wave goodbye, and Cassandra closes the door on them. She turns to look at you. Notice the dour expression that you failed to hide. What's wrong? I honestly don't know. Hmm. Uh. Wow. Wow, never expect to hear such strong languages from you. And yes, they are annoying, but you can't let that kind of stuff bother you. I won't have you ruin the production just because you don't like them. Ah. Do 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 do. That doesn't sound like nothing, but I won't pray unless you want to talk about it. I think I'm going to go and get lunch. I'm hungry and thirsty. Cassandra glances at her phone. I keep forgetting that time flies when you're having fun. She smiles at you. Go eat. I see you soon, my star. Her calling you my star would never crease to make your chest feel wrong. You bid her goodbye and leave her dressing room. They made it for the backstage area, only getting lost once in the maze of it when a hand reaches around the corner and grab you. You yelped, but no one is around to hear it. You came face to face with none other than the stands from before. Rebecca scoffs. Who do you think you are, getting professional treatment from Cassandra? We've been her #1 fan since forever ago because she's so gorge and talented, and a leech like you just detached itself to her side with no shame. You're so ugly too, like, ew, I bet you don't even brush your teeth. She jabs a finger at your shirt. She's embarrassed to be anywhere next to Cassandra with those clothes. What lame insults. But you know the threat behind them is real. Okay. Really? Okay, is all you have? Not only are you ugly and poor, you're also stupid. What do you want from me? Isn't it obvious? Stay away from her in the show. And we won't bother you. Simple enough. Why does it bother you so much that I'm playing Romeo? If you try to get rid of me, they just gotta find another way to play the role. Rebecca scoffs. I would take your place. No. Her lackeys nod their heads. It seems she is a head hencho of this weird club. She's a much better actress than you. So we're giving you a choice. You can either reassign quietly, or we will ruin you. You look serious and slightly psychotic. What can you do? Don't back down. You think I'm going to give up so easily? You're mistaken. I'm going to stay by Cassandra's side as Romeo, and you're not going to scare me away. You should have given up when you had a chance. Get ready, because this isn't going to end well for you. They turn on their heels and walk away. You watch them go, rage, hurt swelling inside you. You never expected to find yourself in such a situation, but you do. All you can do is remain strong now and hope the situation blows over soon. 2 a.m. Act 2, Scene 2. You toss and turn at night, unable to sleep. When you do fall asleep, it's fitful, filled with feelings of distress. You finally give up on sleeping at 2 a.m. and pull out your phone. You look at it before opening up the chat function and messaging Cassandra. You need some comfort, and you know she won't be asleep at this hour. Your your roommates, while great people, are sleeping right now. Danielle is snoring, drawing Cloyd in her pillow. Angie is mumbling, "Hey, Macarena? Hey, Macarena in her sleep, and dancing to some music only she can hear." Hey, Cassandra, what's up? You send the message to Cassandra and immediately get a response back. Hey, you're not sleeping now. Late night project? Does he ever not text in all caps? You wondering to yourself before typing a response. I just, Just want to see what you're up to. Sorry, didn't mean to text you. Can I ask you something? Hey, can I ask you something? Oh boy, this is giving me flashbacks to when all my hookups wanted to talk to me. What's up? Look, I know you told me not to worry about those stands of yours, but I am. Why? They threatened me if I didn't leave the role. They did. When and how? I'm going to have a war with them. They can't do that. Since you're up, do you want me to come over to my apartment? We could talk. You bowl up in bed, eyes go wide. Invitation to Cassandra's place? You type back quick yes and jump out of the bed. Quickly getting changed. You text her. Yeah. She texts you her address. She shows up in front of her. Wow. She texts you her address, and you show up in front of her on a campus apartment a few moments later. Nervous, you ring the doorbell. A symphony of crickets keeping you company as you wait. A light goes on inside, and the door opens to reveal Cassandra on the other side. Oh, come on in. You follow her up the stairs to the second floor of the building. She takes you inside her apartment. The kitchen, the living room, the dining room, all in one big room with open walls. There's a door ajar that leads to a blue tile bathroom and a shut door that must lead to the bedroom. Wow, this place is nice. Thank you, I decorated all myself. You look at the decor. There's a playbill framed on the walls along with posters of the famous actors and actresses. There's a potted plants taking up space on the windowsill and in the coffee table. Coffee blankets and pillows are placed on the couch. There are a few brown throw rugs on the floor. It looks very homey, not something you would have expected of Cassandra. She had a very big personality, and you had expected bright colors and loud prints. Maybe in the whole place decked out like Hollywood in gold and black. Make yourself comfortable, then we can talk. You sit down on the biggest couch and pull the blanket over yourself. Cassandra busies herself in the kitchen. You watch her, mind her as she works. When she is done, she brings you a steaming mug of hot cocoa. Hot chocolate makes everything better. She takes a seat next to you. I'm surprised this doesn't have any caffeine in it. Mine does. But I figure you want some in yours, so spill. We can talk about what's bothering you, or we can talk about something else. I'm worried about them. They referred me not to work with you, and I know I shouldn't start issues, and I don't want to start issues, but they are. I don't want to get in the way of production. Don't worry, I keep an eye on them. Nothing they say or do will decide me from keeping you on as Romeo, okay? Show the backs of your hand at this. It certainly gives in your eyes. You take a huge gulp of your hot chocolate to avoid voice, knowing to burn your tongue instead. Ouch! Can we do something else? Like what? I don't know, maybe watch a movie? Sure, let me turn on one of my favorite movies of all time. Is it Titanic? Why would you think that? You have a framed movie poster of it over the doorway. Cassandra shakes her head. I was in love with one of the actors when I watched it. Rose is how I found out I was into women. You know what? Respect. Then, what is your favorite movie? With a secretive smile, Cassandra pops in the DVD and hops on the couch next to you, wrapping the other half of the blanket around herself. Your eyes go wide when you see what appears on the screen. Legally Blonde? It's such a good film. I thought you were a bit more into the avant-garde films, not the one with limited screenings that play in different languages. Cassandra wrinkles up her nose. Does anyone actually like those? They're so pretentious. She paused, curious. Okay, I gotta take a screenshot. I like her thinking face. What is your favorite film? I have to. I really did love Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. That movie always makes me crave candy. The two of you watch the movie together. Cassandra begins quote the movie line from line until you have to shush her so you can enjoy the movie in peace. She gets up halfway to make a microwave popcorn, and the two of you do out of it all within minutes of it being made. Eventually, you begin to feel relaxed, and a lack of sleep is starting to catch up with you. Your eyes begin to droop, and you don't try to stop them. Ah! A loud shout pulls you out of the sleep. Oh my god. A loud shout pulls you out of the sleep. Out of sleep. The movie has ended now, and the screen is blank, so it couldn't have been the movie. What caused that noise? Your heart is racing in your chest, and you look over to check on Cassandra. She's fallen asleep, and this is the first time you ever seen her sleep. She doesn't look peaceful. Her face scrunched up, and she flows out a leg that almost hit you. Then she screams again. You know what? Cassandra, wake up! You shake her by her shoulders. She jerks awake, panting hard. She looks around wildly, as if she's confused about where she is. Are you okay? Sorry. She's stuttering. She must be badly shaken. Her cheeks are flushed, as she is embarrassed by all of this. I didn't mean to scare you. I'm worried about you. What happened? Cassandra runs a hand through her hair and swallows loudly. She doesn't look at you as she speaks. I have nightmare disorder. When I go to sleep, I only have unpleasant dreams. It gets really bad sometimes. I can scream my head off when I sleep or kick and punch anywhere around me by accident. That's why my mom got my own apartment, so that I don't wake my roommates with my screaming. Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry it's like that. Is there anything that can help? Cassandra chucks woefully. Not sleeping helps. It's why I chuck back all that caffeine. I stay awake as long as I can, and then when my body can no longer take it, I fall asleep. Hey, stop it. You don't have to be mean to her, Willow. Jeez. And because I'm so tired out, I don't have nightmares then. Today, I didn't mean to fall asleep, but it was so comfy by your side. Maybe a doctor might help? None of them have. It's just something I had to live with. Did a trauma cause this nightmare? Maybe it's a form of PTSD? Cassandra shakes her head no. No, I just got the unlucky end of the stick. It could be worse. She looks at the clock. Well, it's time for me to go to my 7 a.m. class. You're free to stay here until then, but I have to go. Don't like leaving this caution like this. It's sensitive and important topic. You feel like you got a glimpse of Cassandra that she tries to hide from others. She packs up her book into her shoulder bag, and she's still not looking at you. I want to tell Slow about this. Thanks, it's just embarrassing. I feel like a 5-year-old that has to ask mom and dad to check for the monster under the bed. It's nothing to be embarrassed by. She shoots you a grateful smile, but it's clear she wants this job to job, so you drop that for now. I see you later, okay? This weekend we're officially going to start a rehearsal, so get ready to be up early. She leaves the apartment. You decide you might as well too. You turn off the TV, fold the blankets, wash the dishes, and then you head back to your dorm. Danielle's up at this time. She's in the middle of doing calf stretches when she sees you come in. Someone's very busy last night. Who was the lucky person? She winks at you and you blush. You will most certainly not be sharing with her what happened with Cassandra. Nothing much. Went to bed, woke up. Remember I had something finished left to do, so I raced over to the library. Uh-huh, sure. Keep your secrets, then. We found out one way or the other. You roll your eyes at her. I don't ask about your personal love life. That's because I overshare it. Please don't. All you gotta do is just be friends. Act 2, Scene 3. Okay, I gotta save right here real quick. And then I'm gonna take a 10 10-minute break this time because I gotta use the bathroom really bad. Oh, that water's come back.
No fear, no shame, no chains. The witch within, she reigns. We walk through fire, dressed in night, hearts of fire, eyes of light. They call us strange, they call us wild. We call it magic, unapologetic. Raise your voice, don't hide your flame. The world remembers the Hex Girl's name. We're the Hex Girls, and the Witch Queen rides. Thunder rolls through painted skies. No more bones, our hearts are cries. We're the storm they can't disguise. Gilded crowns and shattered glass. We dance on doubt. We rule the past. Every curse we turn to grace. Every scar a sacred trace. Power burns where truth collides. The hex was closed, be denied. We're the Hex Girls, and the Witch Queen rides. Thunder rolls through painted skies. No one owns our hearts, our cries. We're the storm they can't disguise. They try to bind us, break our spell, but witches don't bow. We rebel. Crown of fire, heart of stone, with lights of magic all alone. We're the Hex Girls, and the Witch Queen rides. From ashes born to claim the skies. Our voices spark, our souls ignite. We are the power, we are the night. The Witch Queen rises, and she never falls. The Witch Queen Die Straßen glühen im Abendlicht, die ganze Stadt tanzt nur für dich. Wir haben nichts, doch fühlen uns reich. Zwei Herzen schlagen himmelgleich.
Und jeder Schritt ist ein Versprechen.
Wir lassen alle Schatten brechen.
Die Welt gehört uns hier und jetzt, egal was morgen auf uns setzt. Frei mit dir, wir fliegen los, über Wolken grenzenlos. Frei mit dir, die Zeit bleibt stehen, nur wir beide können's verstehen. Frei mit dir, wir sind so nah, was auch kommt, wir sind schon da. Frei mit dir, oh oh oh, nur mit dir, oh oh oh. Kein Plan, wohin der Morgen zieht, doch jedes Lachen ist ein Lied. Wir brennen hell, wir brennen klar, zwei Funken werden ein Vulkan.
Und wenn die Welt auch weiter dreht, solange du da bist, nichts vergeht.
Wir laufen schneller als die Zeit, die Zukunft liegt für uns bereit. Frei mit dir, wir fliegen los, über Wolken grenzenlos. Frei mit dir, die Zeit bleibt stehen,
Nur wir beide können's verstehen.
frei mit dir, wir sind so nah, was auch kommt, wir sind schon da. Frei mit dir,
Oh, oh, oh,
nur mit dir.
oh, oh.
Und alles um uns wird so klein, nur dein Herz lässt mich frei sein. Kein Zurück, kein Allein, nur wir zwei. Frei mit dir. Frei mit dir. Frei mit dir, wir fliegen los, über Wolken grenzenlos. Frei mit dir, die Zeit bleibt stehen, nur wir beide können's verstehen. Frei mit dir, oh oh oh, oh oh oh, nur mit dir, oh oh oh. You broke my mind, tore it apart, left me bleeding, hollow heart. Scars run deep, but they won't define. Now I rise, the vengeance is mine. Tick tock, your time slipping away. Tick tock, no escape, no delay. Untamed wolf, no chains, no leash, no master, no cage, I'm unleashed. Blood red eyes, feel the rage. Better run fast, your final stage.
Okay then. Anyway, I'm back. Switching. Whoops. Hold on. I forgot that. Anyway, I'm. Okay, there we go. Go back here. Go right here. Go back here. And let me close out my game on my phone. Ever since that night, you and Cassandra have been hanging out after her place. Sometimes after class, she invites you over hot chocolate and a movie, or popcorn and a TV show, or a drink and card games. And sometimes you invite yourself over to talk with her for hours about anything and everything. The hour goes by so quickly that you find it's 2 or 3 in the morning when you next look at the clock, and you have to run back to your dorm to get some sleep before class. On a few occasions, you stay so late at her apartment she tells you to sleep over, and you do. The first time it happens, are you sure? Of course I'm sure. I'm fine with the couch, honestly. And I'm telling you, you could take my bed. It's not getting any use lately, and it's probably feeling lonely right now. Sleeping in her bed? That seems like kind of a big deal, but she's treating it as if it's not, so maybe it really is okay? You feel nervous and anxious for some reason. Will you even be able to sleep in her bed? She takes you to the bedroom, opens up the door to a simple room with a bed and a drawers. Indeed, the bed looks as if it's untouched for decades. The sheets are green with white floral essence. There are so many pillows to snuggle into. I'll wake you up for class, so don't worry about signaling an alarm. You thank her. She closes the door on you, and you wash it up a bit in the bathroom next door, changing the overnight she lent you. It smells like her, like coffee and vanilla spice. You dive into her bed. Suddenly exhaustion takes over, and you sink into the pillows and begin to dream. You're so adorable. I envy how easy you sleep so easily. You wake up to the sound of the door closing. Disoriented, you look around, but the only one in the room. You swear you heard Cassandra's voice saying that to you. But she couldn't have, because she's not here. You shake your head to clear your thoughts and decide to get up. You make her bed and open the door to the room, find her on the other side. Good morning! I was about to wake you up. How did you sleep? Oh god. Skirt. Oh, really? She waggled her eyebrows. Like who? That's for me to know and for you to find out. Can't do that on an empty stomach. Let's eat. I made breakfast. Oh no, did I accidentally load it to another save like a dumbass? Okay, good. The two of you have a quick breakfast of toast and jam. No one said Cassandra was a 4-star chef, but the fact she made something for you makes you feel cared for and special. The two of you leave to head back to the main campus. You have class half an hour and after her start. So you figure you go to the library to catch up on some work. Spending so much time with Cassandra has been getting in the way of your studying, and you can't afford to let your grades slip. Do you mind if we stop for some coffee on the way? Didn't you already have some 5 minutes ago? That one doesn't count. We head to the coffee shop and see Elaine behind the register. The usual, yep. She turns to you. Do you want anything? Yes, I need caffeine. You order a coffee as well. Cassandra goes off to the side to make a quick call, leaving you with Elena as she starts to make drinks. She gives you a look up and down. So, for all your bluster, it happened. I suppose I owe you a congratulations. No one has tamed her before. What do you mean? You're wearing her shirt. Look down at your shirt, not understanding the implication at first. Then it dawns on you. Your cheeks heat up. No, that's not what happened. She let me borrow her shirt to sleep over at her place. Nothing happened. Uh-huh, sure. I'm serious. We're friends. I don't think she would ever even date me. I'm sure she has all these girls hitting her up all the time, flirting with her, so she has no time for such things with me. Elaine gives you a confused look. What do you mean? The two of you dating? Dating? You lower your voice before Cassandra overhears you. It's been months and two of you are still together. You are increasingly more confused. Don't friendship usually work like that? That you're friends with someone for a while? Now Elaine is increasingly more confused. Cassandra isn't friends with people. The only reason she's friends with me is because I'm straight. But not for her lack of trying to get me to experience with the fairer sex. Or the lack of me strongholding her into a friendship when she learned I was straight. I am her only friend. You are not her friend. You can't be. Is it that hard to believe we're just friends? You're not straight, so you can't be. I'm gonna fight you. I'm gonna fight you, Elga. I'm gonna fight you. And how would you know that? Danielle told me. You are embarrassed and upset. Oh my god, that woman overshares everything. You have no idea. Each time she comes here, I find out a whole new person's life story. I should start writing biographies. I could make so much money off it. Going back to my earlier point, this proves two of you can't just be friends. She hasn't even gone on a single date with anyone else since a month ago. Your eyes go wide at this. Since a month ago? That's when your bi-weekly hangouts started happening. Has Cassandra not gone on one-night stands with other people in the meantime? Sending Cassandra comments about her bed not getting any action reason makes a lot more sense. And it isn't just because she doesn't sleep. Your cheeks turn red. Bright red. I didn't know that about her, but I swear to you, we're not dating. Elaine's eyes go wide. She seems to be in disbelief. She almost dropped the order she's working on. Oh, well, that is unexpected. Unexpected indeed. What are the two of you talking about? Cassandra finished her call and woke up behind you. She has no idea what you and Elaine just talked about. Nothing. Ever since that incident, you've been hyper aware of Cassandra. Elaine's words has given you thought, but you can't just seem to figure it out if what she said is true or not. Cassandra treats you normally. She is simply her usual flirty, even less flirty than before, to be honest, charming self. So what is Elaine seeing that you're not? Maybe you should put some distance between you and Cassandra. You don't want to get your hopes up only for Elaine to be crushed. You stared at the text for a long time as to lie in bed, having woken up for a brief midday nap. It pains you to do this, but you have to say no. Sorry, not today. I've been slacking on my work, and I haven't returned coming up. I'm stressed. No problem. See you soon. You let out a sigh of relief and settle into your bed. Hopefully Cassandra won't be too offended. You still see her when practice for the play starts, but it'd be in a more professional capacity. So you won't have to worry about feelings getting in the way. You hope. You spent 2 weeks like this, turning down Cassandra offers to hang out by citing too much work and stress as reason. You feel bad for turning her down, but you need some space to clear your head. Elaine's words does not give you any peace. Maybe you should speak with Elaine? Ask her to clarify what she meant? You're about to leave your empty dorm room, Angie at some friend's house for a dinner, and Danielle at the escape part with the bros. Upon doing so, find Cassandra right outside your dorm door, hand raised as she is about to knock. Hi? You're shocked to see her. Hi? I heard you were stressed with finals, and I came to help. How do you know where I live? Danielle told me. Ugh, I swear she tells everyone everything. She's my sister. She's actually didn't want to tell me. She was being really stubborn, but I bribed her with a new board. I guess my friendship is worth less than a skateboard. Don't worry about it. She really likes you as a roommate. Says you're cool when you're not busy being a nerd. I am not a nerd. Sure, so if you're not a nerd, that means you're not studying right now. And can come with me. Before you could protest, she grabs you by the wrist, pulls you out of the dorm room. Where are we going at this hour? To a party? There are other things to do than go to parties at this hour. You'll see. Hold on. Everything kinda went. Okay, there we go. You let her lead you along the campus to an area that has a small pond. Spread in front of you is a blanket and a bottle of wine. What's this? A break. I figured you could use one. The area is dark and far away from the campus lights, surrounded by trees and the nighttime with sounds of crickets. You can't even hear the noise of a car passing by. It is secluded and peaceful. She tugs you down to the blankets, open up the wine before handing you a filled glass. She clanks her glass with yours. Oh, hold on. I got something in my eye. Oh my god. Get out of my eye, eyelash. Jesus Christ. I don't want to waterboard myself to get that out of my eye. Oh my god. Where's my allergies? Take your pick. I stole this wine from my mother's prized wine collection. If she ever finds out that I did, she'd disown me, so don't say a word. I don't even talk to your mother. You've seen Cassandra's mother around the campus. She leaves a trail of relevant and starstruck students everywhere she goes. You can see where Cassandra got her charm from. She's Professor Alcina Geometresu. She teaches women in arts this semester. If you took her class, you would. I almost took that class. Be glad you didn't. She's a harsh grader because she knows what she likes. You take a sip of wine and eyes go wide. She has good taste. Cassandra acts a fake effronte. Hey, I'm the one who picked the vintage. I have good taste too. That my vocabulary has increased. You offer a conciliatory smile. Yes, you do. I also brought you out here to view the stars. Have you been stargazing before? No, I never really have the time to ponder the stars. I love to do it all the time. When I come out here at night and look at them, it helps me relax. Lie down. She pats a blanket invitingly. The two of you lay down and look into the inky blackness. The stars wink down at you, specks of light million of miles away. You let the comfort and calm of the night sink in, relaxing you. You let your worries and stress leach out into this darkness, to be forgotten by the time daybreak arrives. Cassandra lays quietly next to you. Hand crosses over her stomach. You refrain from looking at her for as long as you can, but you can help but turn to find that she's looking at you instead. What, do I have something on my face? Yes. Oh. You touch your face, trying to find the problem. What is it? Is it a bug? I would scream if it's a bug. Cassandra chuckles. No, it's not that. She turns away from you and looks up at the sky, smiling proudly to herself. You're really not going to tell me? Nope. You huff. Rude. Cassandra laughs at this and then mumbles something under her breath that sounds suspiciously like so adorable. But you don't get the chance to ask her because she's speaking. Would you like to learn about constellations? I spent way too much time learning about them, and now I must burden you with the knowledge too. I thought I was coming out here to take a break from learning, not to learn more. Promise I make it interesting. She rises up to her feet. Do a dramatic creation of the tales behind these constellations, such as the one behind Ursula Major or the Hunter. Clean her throat with a great god brain. Gesticulating with her hand, she begins her acting. Cassandra's acting is always a joy to watch, so you let yourself become comfortable and quickly grow drawn into her story. She takes on the role of multiple characters, changing her voice, stance to make the roles more believable. You almost forget about the outside world, where you are for a little bit. When she finishes, you clap loudly for her and she takes a bow. See? Not boring at all. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this too. She is slightly breathless from all the work. Not boring at all. It's always so much fun to hang out with you. Then why have you been avoiding me? This caused you to freeze. Ah, she knows. Did Nanny tell her this too? So you panic, you answer? Danny told me you've been worried recently, and I thought I did something. Is everything okay? Yes, everything's fine. We're fine. You touch her shoulder comfortably. Thank you for this night. It's been wonderful, really. That's my pleasure. Next time you had to share something with me, deal? Like what? Cassandra shrugs. I don't know, something you enjoy and don't share with others too often? I enjoy painting. Care to see some of my art? I could devour 30 chili hot dogs in under a minute. Wanna see me do it? I like ice skating, but no one knows I like it. Wanna go with me? Okay, these are good choices. I never went ice skating, but I always find it fascinating. And when I was a kid, I generally enjoy painting, but I can't never get art designs to look pretty. I just made them look like an ugly booger green color when I was young. I didn't know you were a painter. I would love to see some art. See you then. Sure thing. It's day hangout. She gives an embarrassed smile as if she had meant to fumble those words. You arch your brow, but don't call her out on it. You don't want to make her feelings any more confused over her. See you then. Intermission. We've been trying to reach you about your car extension warranty. You need me to do what? Take my car to the repair shop. We spent last night doing donuts in the parking lot, and the car didn't like that. I would go, but I promised my friend I would be on. I would go, but I promised my friend I would be on her flip cup team, and we're starting soon. Why can't you just take your car yourself later? Or not go to the party and take it now? Please, I pay you. I just know you're the most responsible one. Angie. At that moment, her phone rings. She picks it up, not apologetic at all. That's my friend. I gotta go now. See you later. Keys on my desk. She runs down and leaves you to deal with her mess. Angie wants you to go to the mechanic shop. I don't even know anything about cars. There's only one in town, Ungo Heisen Mechanics. I think you should go. Why? Danielle has a wide, all-knowing grin on her face. Trust me on this. Why do I get the feeling both you and Angie are trying to set something up? Danielle shrugs innocently. I have no idea what you're talking about. Curious now? You decide you might as well see whatever harebrained scheme they up to now. They're up to. Fine, I'm going, but I don't like this scheming. Who's scheming? No one is scheming. Seriously, spend all the time when Cassandra has given you a flair for dramatics. Yeah, so that has something to do with Cassandra. Psh, no, seriously, you need to go out and touch some grass. Come back to reality. Grumbling, you gave up and snatched up the keys. There's no use arguing with Danielle. She would not give an inch. You go outside and inspect Angie's car in the parking lot. It looks fine except for the fact it is missing the front bumper and the rear mirrors. Donuts my ass. What the heck was Angie doing last night? You get inside the car without any trepidation, move aside empty vodka bottles from the driver's seat. You turn the key and the car starts with a groan. You give it a wheeze and you slowly pull out the parking lot. You use your phone to search up Heisen's shop. And drive out, praying you get to the shop in one piece. The drive not far, only 20 minutes from the campus. You pull up to his garage, and it looks very steampunk, with a rusted front sign and a graveyard of cars parked littering the front. There's a car held up on the lift with the entire underside emptied out, gutted like some sort of beast. You park the car in an empty spot. In a 3-spot parking lot, and step out. You enter a shop and blasted with the smell of motor oil and grease. You wrinkle up your nose in distaste. You feel like you need a shower as soon as you get home, and you haven't even touched anything. There's an older gentleman, standing behind the counter. He got a gray beard, gray hair falling into his eyes, black shades on, his white shirt's covered in grease stains. You take a look at the car parts, and oils and cleaners and cover-ons offered behind him, felt overwhelmed and out of place. How can I help you? You lost? Took a wrong turn somewhere? No, I'm supposed to be here. Angie needs her car fixed. I don't know if she told you. Ah, Angie, yes. She called me ahead of time. I'll take it in. Don't worry about it. He leaves to go get the car, and you stay inside, tapping your hands on the counter as you wait. Oh! Oh! Oh, hell no. That's definitely a screenshot right there. Okay, Heisen, I need a monkey wrench. You turn around wide-eyed when no one else but Cassandra entered the shop from behind a pair of door flaps. You almost don't recognize her for a moment. She's wearing overalls, stained black in some places, with her hair done in a bun with a hat on her head that reads, Uncle Heisen's Mechanics. What are you doing here? Cassandra is just in shock, but her expression morphs into a grin. Well, hello to you too. I help out my uncle on the weekend sometimes. I love these expressions so much. Your uncle? Cassandra looks amused. Heisenberg is my uncle, yes. You fix cars? Cassandra chuckles. A bit slow today, huh? Just surprised, and never expect you to work on cars. Too dirty for an actress of prestige like me? She placed a hand to her chest and affects an arrogant pose playfully. I didn't know you liked cars. You feel dumb saying this, but you're just so shocked. And understanding why Angie and Danny wanted to hear dawns on you. Those meddlers. Don't trust the car I can fix? Come, I show you. She gestures and come and heads her motion. You follow. The two of you move past the door flaps in the back and into the repairs part of the shop. There are 2 cars here, a toolbox laying next to a gray Honda Civic. I'm working on this one. I'm fixing up the wiring inside and placing the air filtration system so the AC unit would work. You furry brows, you don't do car lingo. Uh-huh. I can see that bores you. She gives a laugh. Why are you here? She goes back up to the car where the hood is propped open. You watch as she cleans up some of the dirt from the inside, along with a few leaves that has somehow gotten under the hood. You can't help but think how surprisingly good she looks in overalls. With her tank top, you can see her biceps are defined. But be from lugging that toolbox around all weekend. Must be from lugging the toolbox around all weekend. You try to shake your head, trying to refocus yourself, and Cassandra has just said something. You had to answer her. What was she asked? Oh, right. And she kind of banged up her car, and I brought it in for her. That's nice of you. I don't know a thing about cars, so I don't know how much help I'd be. Good thing I'm here. She closes the hood. She closes the hood of the car. I make sure Unger Hyazin doesn't rip you off. He would do that? I'm kidding. Mostly. But I'd be glad to work on Angie's car. Work on our. Oh, God. But I'd be glad to work on Angie's car for her. Again. Again? This isn't the first time she wrecked her car. She's done it thrice already. I keep telling her to take care of her. I keep telling her to take better care of it. But then she just winks at me and tells me it's all the more reason to see me each weekend. That sparks jealousy inside you. You grit your teeth down on the unpleasant feeling. You don't want to feel jealous of Angie. She likes that. She's like that with everyone. You exhale softly, try to ignore your unwelcome reaction to that information. I see. When Heisen brings the car in, I have to look. You're free to stay and watch me work. You can learn about cars that way. Sure. This is gonna be fun. Are you gonna put on a show like that with the stars? You like that, I bet. But no, car work is delicate. You had to entertain yourself, I'm afraid. I'm sure I can find something. You don't tell Cassandra that. Most likely you would be looking at her as she works, admiring her prowess with fixing cars and such. Would this take long? Depends on the damage. I speak with my uncle. Make yourself comfortable in the meantime. She leaves, and you sit down on a nearby stool, waiting patiently for her to return. Depends on how the day goes. You will be either thinking or cursing Danielle or Angie. Interesting. Okay, pause right here. I gotta get some drink. My throat's dry. Oh, God. Hi, cats. Yes, hi. Hi. Can you move, pretty girl? What's your pretty girl? I don't want to hurt you. You're so tiny. You know what? I gotta use the restroom too. The water's come back again. So I'll be back in about maybe 1-2 minutes. I'm back. And trying to look at my phone, make sure I got everything on my bed. When Angie Cars is situated in the repair shop, you sit and watch Cassandra work. She's very focused with her job and very precise. You can't help but admire the way she is so into it. Pre-law, acting, and mechanic work. What couldn't Cassandra do? Well, sleeping without nightmares, but that's a whole other thing. Feel free to ask me any questions while I work. God damn it, come on. What makes you want to do this kind of work specially? What are you doing with the car? I like avoiding sleep and need something to do on the weekends. My uncle needed extra hand at the shop to keep things organized and running. But I get to support my family this way. They're very important to me, and if my mother likes to pretend Heisenberg doesn't exist, even if my mother... okay. Let me read that. Plus, I get to support my family this way. They're very important to me, even if my mother likes to pretend Heisenberg doesn't exist. Why does she pretend he doesn't exist? It's an old family feud that I fear that would take days to explain. For the sake of brevity, it's because he's a stinky man. Alright. The reason sounds trivial to you, but you don't want to dig it deeper into it if Cassandra doesn't feel like explaining it all to you. My mother says I came out of the womb wow. My mother says I came out of the womb a drama queen, whatever that means. She chuckles. I've always been interested in movies that shows as a kid because people could be something else in them and could exist in other worlds. I went to my first play when I was 6. That changed my life. I was so astounded by how people in real life could remember all those lines, do all those complicated scene changes. I was especially astounded by the special effects, such as changing a dress into a pair of pants by simply turning around. I wanted to be able to do that. My mother owned several theaters. This one on campus, several in NYAC, a local one in town. It was fate that I would want to play in them, and one day run them for her. Did she help you get the roles? Did she help you get roles in her theater productions? Quite the opposite. People on the campus think it's nepotism or favoritism that I have the lead role in everything, but I'm simply that good. My mother told me she would not be giving me a spot in her show just because I was her daughter. In fact, because I was her daughter, I had to work even harder to prove to her that I could be in the show. I played in a few local theaters, did a running tour of the US, and then did some small roles off Broadway in NYC before I came here and was ready to take the lead. I fought for my spot tooth and nail, which is why it's so important that my show succeed. Otherwise, Mother would remove me from my position and give it to someone else. Okay. Okay, this is great. This is great. Yeah, right. As if you could actually ask this question. It doesn't make it past your throat. You swallow it down and sit in silence for a bit. What now with the car? Cassandra chuckles. If car talk bores you, we don't have to talk about it. I just wanted to spend some time with you. Actually, I just remember I have to run home to get something that I think would help greatly with the play. Do you mind coming with me? That way I can give you a lift back to the campus? Sure, I don't mind. Awesome. Let me finish this up and then I can change and we get going. You don't want her to change. You find her very appealing in this outfit, but now isn't the time nor place to say this. You watch her work on the car a bit more. She's a fast worker, but her supplies of coffee is starting to dwindle. You figure you can do something nice for her. I'll go get you some coffee. Is there a place nearby? You don't have to. She cuts. She cuts herself off when she sees her dwindling supply. Actually, that would be greatly appreciated. Uncle has a place in the back with a coffee machine. He could just make you something from there. You head over to the room, but no idea where it could even be. Heisenberg is at the front desk again, fiddling some metal parts in front to himself. When he sees you approach, he puts it all away and offers you a knowing grin. So, you and Cassie, huh? This time you're prepared for the insinuations about your relationship. Just friends, I'm helping her out with her play. He grins, but mercilessly does not progress further. Do you need something? Cassandra needs some coffee. Do you have a coffee maker? He points you in the right direction and you let yourself into the small room. It looks like it could use a good scrub everywhere. And ain't that a roach scurrying by? You shredder. I try not to think about it. Cassandra needs your coffee, and you will be gallant knight to deliver it. The room has a sink, a table, and several counters. One has a coffee maker on top of it. You fiddle around with it, figuring out how to use this ancient machine. As it roars to life, sounding like a lawnmower, you check your phone for any updates. Angie has texted you. Judging by the several misspelled words, she is well on her way to winning that drinking game. How's it going, loser? Go home. You're drunk. Tell me the deets. We're just hanging out and talking while she fixes cars. Boring. Put moves on. Okay. Moving on. The coffee finished brewing looked like sludge in cups. Grimacing, you take it back to Cassandra with an apology on her lips. Sorry, this is the only coffee there. Cassandra takes it from you and takes a hearty sip of this scalding sludge-like drink. Don't worry about it. Uncle's coffees actually taste really good. He won't tell me what the secret to this coffee looking bad but tasting good is, but maybe one day I'll weasel it out of him. I truly doubt it can taste good when it smells like a car parts, but whatever Cassandra says. Her uncle calls her Cassie. Could you also call her that? You sort of feel shy of the thought of using it. Maybe best to hold off then. Such a cute short of a name, however. Cassandra finished all her work in the next 2 hours. True to her word, she goes into the back, changing into her regular clothes, and cleans up a bit at the sink before reappearing. Uncle will drop off Angie's car for her. We're going to my house and pick up what I need. What are you getting? References for the play. My mother has a lot of stuff saved from the theater she runs, or given to her as gifts by famous people. It's just lying around most of the time. I'm sure she wouldn't be bothered by a few items seeing better use. Let's see if I can make this trash can shut. Nope. Kind of fear that. You pile into her car. It's a Tesla. Pretty expensive for a college student to have. Just how much money does her family have? That is a question that is quickly answered when you take a half-an-hour drive to her house and find out it's not a house, but a mansion. Your jaws drop open as you take the sights in. She has a gate that opens up by itself to let the car in. She then drives the car up the paved road, around a giant fountain in the middle that has a sculpture of a woman carrying a sword and a shield in a deception of defiance. The mansion is 3 stories tall, several yards wide, made of gray brick with arch roofs. It has very dark Academa vibes to it, and you love it. You step out of the car and greeted by a butler who offers to make some tea and biscuits for you two. You can't answer him. In too much shock, you turn to Cassandra. Why even bother going to school if you're so rich? I like working hard. And where's the fun of having everything handed to you on a silver platter? Besides, Mother would never let us loaf around. True, we didn't have to earn our house or cars, but I have to earn my grades and my spot in shows. I will also have to pay off my own college debt. She sounds strict. Cassandra shrugs. She came from a rough childhood. She wants to make sure we appreciate what we have and don't take it for granted. Do you want a tour of the mansion? Exclusive and special one-time offer. Sure. She holds out her arm to you. You take it, clearing her throat. She tells the butler yes to tea and biscuits as you be spending some time here. Then she throws on a fake fancy accent as she takes you into her mansion. Part 3. Which part of the mansion do you want to check out first? Third floor. Mother says we can't go up there, so we don't. Second floor it is. She takes you up to the second floor. The floors are covered in plush carpet with walls in rich dark purple that reminds you of a bruise. It's darker up here, but Cassandra navigates her way with ease. Expensive-looking portraits hang from the walls. She narrates the meaning behind each one. She takes you to the study, to the library, and then to her bedroom. She pushes the door open and you walk into the big room. It's the size of her entire apartment on campus. This room looks less lived in, despite the fact she has lived here for most of her life. The bed is made neatly and there are posters on the walls, but all feels so empty. She knows your look and lack of words. I actually haven't been here in years. You don't sleep in your own room? This wasn't our childhood home. We never had one. Mother traveled around a lot when we were younger. Sometimes she would take us with her. Belle hated it. So once she turned 14, she got a job and moved out to live with Donna. Donna's a close family friend and has been friends with Mom for years. Danielle followed in Bella's shoes and left when she turned 14 to work and stay with Donna too. But I love traveling. Seeing all the sights with my mother, getting to live in her world was amazing to me. It also made me tired enough to be able to sleep. This mansion is one Mother bought when she decided to take a hiatus from work. Work? He thought her mother was working as a professor. How could a professor even afford all of this? Something isn't adding up. Isn't your mother a professor on campus? For now. What's that even mean? Oh, I haven't shown you the first floor. Do you want to go there? First floor it is. The inside of the mansion reminds you of an old university due to the high ceilings and arched columns. The scent of old paper and lit candle fills the air. It's cold inside, and a shiver rolls down your back. Despite how cramped and all the rooms are, with heavy furniture and decoration, you can't help but feel this place is so empty. You cannot imagine a young Cassandra living here, surrounded by all this splendor, chasing her slippings down the halls. It seems too stuffy for young children to grow up here. She takes you to the more interesting rooms, shows you the study, the grand dance hall, which has not seen dances for quite some time, the kitchens, the dining room, and the piano room. Cassandra plots down, crack her knuckles, smiling at you. I didn't know you could play piano. Part of my many talents. She winks. What kind of theater actress would I be if I couldn't play piano or sing a little? How did you learn? Mother, she taught all of us. Dina didn't really care for the fine arts, and Belle was more interested in arguing with Mother, and I was the only one with an interest. A favored middle child. Certainly a rarity. Cassandra gives a wide smile. Who wouldn't love me? Just look at me. She dresses to her body, and you look for you look for far too long when you have put yourself together, and you notice that she has noticed your stare. Her cheeks are red, but you can't tell why. Instead of saying anything about it, she turns her back to the piano, plucking a few notes. Cassandra leaves you with a butler in a small side room where he serves you freshly brewed tea and warm biscuits. You eat, and you drink your fill, enjoying the taste of them. It's taking a long time and you're all alone. What do? Go exploring. You decide to go exploring. There's so many rooms you have not yet seen, so many details about Cassandra's life you don't know about. Maybe you can learn more? You find yourself wandering close to the sole staircase that leads to the third floor. Do you dare go up? Yes. You go upstairs as quietly as you can. When you go to the third floor landing, you see a portrait there. It's a blonde woman dressed in all black, the word mother written on it in gilded frame. Why does she look familiar? Take a picture of her. You take a picture of her for later, no idea why, just something that compels you to. You continue exploring the upstairs, mindful of the fact you shouldn't spend too much time up here. The third floor seems to be the same as the other floors. You hear footsteps. If someone is approaching, what do? I am such a sneaky little bitch. You push open the door to a nearby room and ducked in. Breathing out in relief, you turn around and examine the room you entered. On the table is an ashtray with a cigarette flickered weakly as if someone had been here recently. But you take a good look around the room and find no one is there. This must be Alcina's mistress' bedroom. Oh no. Books laying on the wall towards Torian overhead. There are weird items on the bookcase. A raven skull, black orb, on a pedestal, a curved dagger with an adequate sheath. With what seemed to be a green molden jar? Why does she have all this? You heard of eccentric taste, but these just seem bizarre. There's a note on the table. You take a look at it and written in fancy script, so it's nearly illegible for you to read. But you can make out the first few words. Dear Mother Miranda, I have taken a hiatus. Boring. You decide to head back to the downstairs. You press an ear to the door to make sure that person has left. It is quiet now. Opening the door allows you to see that no one is there. You make it back downstairs to the waiting room. Cassandra's there, hands on hips. Where did you go? Bathroom. Okay. Why did you do that? No one's allowed up there. Cassandra, you evaluate her with apology work? I got bored waiting, sorry. Cassandra does not seem less angry at your apology. I got the stuff, let's go. I don't like how that ended, so I'm like... Bathroom. TMI, I did not need to know that. I got the stuff, let's go. That's a little bit less embarrassing, but I take it. You two head back to the car where she filled the trunk with her supplies. By the time you arrive at campus, dusk has fallen. And she drops you off and bids you goodbye before driving off. You head back to your dorm where you find Angie sleeping off her weekend fun and Danielle doing some work on her bed, headphones on. When she sees you come in, she pulls them off and flashes you a smile. How did it go? It went well. We visit your mansion. Nice. Remind me to throw a rager there one day. You roll your eyes affectionately at her. You look up at the picture of the portrait you had taken by using a reverse Google image search. Your eyes pop open when you see more recent pictures load on screen. You click on some of the links and your eyes open even wider. The woman in the portrait was Miranda, the president of the school. Why would Cassandra's family have the portrait of the woman in their house? And why has she been referred to as Mother Miranda? Miranda looks too young to be a mother to anyone in the mansion. You frown. Best to leave this be? Mean Girls to play. Act 3, Scene 1. Alright, this is where I'm gonna save and call it here. Play a ending song. Play a ending song. Make sure I saved. I'm gonna triple save. Make sure I saved. I'm gonna triple save. Close this. And then put this on. Well, first things first, I will be trying to stream this game more often. Probably a lot more, because apparently the games I wanted to play, I can't play anymore on my laptop. I'm going to check to see if it's because I need to open them before I open OBS, or see if, or brain work. Or see if, or brain work. Or see, or yeah, see if it's I just can't stream them anymore. Because the games are typically older. They have been out since I think I was like during like start of high school or middle school. Which let's see, I graduated from 2018. Yeah, they've been out for a while. But anyway, I'll try, like I said, stream this more often. Usually I try to stream between like 11 p.m. till whatever time I feel like wanting it off. But I also try to tend to stream as early as I can before any of my D&D games. Since it's Tuesday, I only got one D&D game today. So, yeah, anyway, once again, anyway, I see you guys next time. Hope you all have a lovely day. And hopefully see you guys either later today or tomorrow.
We built our dreams on paper wings, too thin to fly, too light to cling. You said the wind would carry us far, but it only tore who we are. I see the sky, but not the light. 1,000 stars that burn too bright. Paper wings can't hold the rain. They fall apart beneath the pain, but I still try. I still believe in what we lost, in what we The air is filled with what remains of whispered vows and broken chains. I watch them fall, I let them burn. Another lesson I won't learn. If love is meant to make us free, then why are you the cage for me? Paper wings can't hold the rain, but I was glad with you again, even knowing how it ends. I'd still fall for you, my The quiet wind drifts through an old hallway, bringing back colors I thought had slipped away. Your voices circle softly in the afternoon light, and suddenly the years don't feel so far tonight. I used to fear the days I couldn't trace, but now I see the warmth behind every place. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting. It's a quiet love that keeps on breathing. Even if the memories fade like summer rain, what stays in the heart will always remain. I breathe it in, I breathe it out, learning how to live with peace somehow. You sit with me, talking through the turning years, about love that stumbled and love that persevered. Every moment rises
gentle tide, soft and tender, coming back to life.